Come on, work. The audience will see in a moment. Well, work. Hey, it's actually green for once. Yay. Russians. Birds. Book of Faces. And it still has the wrong one. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, I almost forgot to set this to speed. We'll do 1.25. That way we don't have to sit there and wait the entire freaking time, listen to him yammer on. God damn it, 1 second. There we go, now we're back. Hey, Jacob, hey, Brock Allen. Doing this before I have to go to work. Sad face. I don't want to go to work. But I got tomorrow off, finally. Oh, in case you don't follow me on Twitter, congratulations, 2018 League Champion, Hanging with Hernandez, 13-0. Congratulations, 2018 League Champion, Hanging with Hernandez, 10-3. Then we don't mention the work league. We actually had money on the line where I finished 4th. I finished 4th at like 6 and 7. Like, how was I 4th at 6 and 7?
Here's the credit card that has like the promotion.
Oh my god, like 6 and 7, and I finished 4th. How sad. You know, you go back to the beginning. Never do this, guys.
What I would do is I would use the credit card that has like the promotional rate of 0% for a year and a half. Then when that expired, I would transfer it to another credit card that had a promotional rate for a year and a half. Well, guess what? In 2018, all the promotional rates ran out. So credit cards that I was paying 0% interest on now went to 15% interest, and my credit card payment doubled again.
First of all, don't do that unless you plan on paying it off. So he said a year and a half. He had 18 months to pay whatever he had off, so he paid 0 interest. And he didn't. Dumbass. You don't do that, people. You just don't do that. You pay that shit off.
Around Connecticut for a day or two. And
here we go.
This would be good for you. Take Kat around Connecticut for a day or two and show her your old haunts. Take her to the zoo, show her the old places you used to like to go shopping and that kind of stuff, so she can see where I came from, which would be really awesome.
But he'll never go to where she used to live, I'm sure. Ooh, that sucks. Hey, Amy. I got at 11:10-ish, but got out. Went straight home, watched the ball drop. So, no, I'm actually kind of tired. I'm going to bed. Woke up at like 5-something in the morning. Like, are you kidding me? So I'm like, oh yeah, you fell asleep around 2:30. You're gonna wake up around 10:30. Nah, you're gonna wake up 3 hours later at 5:30. Fuck you. I think if I was able to fall back asleep. Anyways, back to this.
But also she can get to meet my parents and spend time with the cats and just have some family time, because we don't know, honestly, if we'll ever get to have it. You know?
Because my parents are dying, dude, even though both of them work. His dad works full-time. His mom apparently works part-time. They're both working harder than he ever is, but guys, they're dying. Send me money.
My parents' health is so bad they can't even come out here to see me, which sucks.
Yes, they can. They just don't want to have to pay for a hotel room to stay there. Because I'm sure a hotel room where they are is, $80 a night. Hotel room near you is probably $280 a night.
And it really is sad, because I thought, years ago when they visited me, it might have been one of the last times, but then their health got even worse after that, and I'm just like, with everything else going around, everything else happening, with all the stress, and everything. And
of course, the entire time he's doing this,
this is something that has to happen, And it was funny because I was actually talking to my mom about this on the phone. I said, it would really suck.
Wait for it. This is the part I've been reading about on Twitter. Wait for it.
I'm out there, we visit you guys, and we come back home, and immediately the next thing I have to do is like sell the house. But that has to be.
That's right. It's not gonna suck. Oh yeah, my parents are dead. Nah, that doesn't bother him. What would bother him is having to come back and sell the house. Parents dead? Meh. Not that big a deal. Having to come back inside the house? No! Don't you dare make me have to sell the house.
The game different.
Oh no, we already saw that part last time I did this. Terrible. Aren't we all, Amy? Aren't we all? Like they say, I woke up with a headache and stuffed up nose. You know what I did? Took an Advil, went to work. My work's climate controlled, so it's always super dry air there. It's like, oh god, my allergies are killing me. If I go to work, I'll feel better. How bad is it, like, looking forward to going to work because I'll feel better there because the air is always so dry. Like, oh, it's kind of hard to have a stuffed up nose when the air is, you know, -12 humidity. But, oh well. Oh, and I saw that Phil thinks he's going to get 200,000 subs, which right now he's up to 186,000. When he was doing the 10-minute videos, he was stuck at, well, 184, 185. Moves the 10-minute videos to an hour long. Jumps up, no, 1,000 subs, but unless he does something different, he might hit 190, but I don't think he's going to hit 200,000 by the end of the year anyways. Oh, it's great though, isn't it, Jacob? My parents. Anyways, this is apparently from the very, first stream today. Wow, I just came in and someone's already been banned. Talus, how is it anyone's business who is banned and who isn't? Are you a mod? Kinda wish I was, but I'm not gonna beg for it. Okay then, if you're not a mod, then shut the fuck up. What a way to talk to people, right? Now, we have DSP Gaming being a bitch. This was actually posted as King of Hate Vlogs, which I'm not sure why, because his other Begathon. Oh, hey, avatars. Oh, thank you. Yay. Good tidings to you and to all that you bring. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Exactly, Joe. It's like, at this point, I really hope that they don't believe him. They're just doing it to see how long they can keep him going before they pull out all their... Now that would be, like, Fred Fox has been setting this up for years. Everyone send him money, keep him going for years. Then like, alright, it's June 1st, cut off support. Guys, I'm down to 37 subs. And my top cheer last night was only 50 cents. What's going on? I'm gonna lose my house. Yes. Hey, Samuli. Hi, Samuli. Of course not. He wasn't saying it for money. Give him money. He was saying it because it's just how he felt. Give him money. Yakuza. Well, thank you for joining me, Samuli. And everyone else. Joe, Amy, Brock, Avatars, Jacob, Sandrock. Alright, well, that's a bit, I guess... Oh, man, my pre-stream went off for about 8.5 minutes. Terrible. It never goes on that long. He would, which would violate their TOS, but they would look the other way. And then when he actually hangs himself, they'd probably like... Well, there'd be no one there to turn off the camera, so they'd be like, yeah, him hanging from the ceiling looks bad, but it's DSP, so we're gonna let it go. So just video forever, him sitting there till like the neck finally rots away, and then the body falls, and then the head falls off, and then there's just a blank screen. God, that's dark and fucked up. Anyways, here is part 1 at 1.25 speed, just to get through it faster. Now the volume's on. Oh, what the shit? He actually has an intro?
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Why doesn't he use that intro more often? What the shit?
Welcome to my very special New Year's Eve edition of Hate Live Podcast. Today's December 31st, 2018, the very final day.
Give me money.
Of 2018. I'm Darkside Phil, and I wholeheartedly welcome you to my podcast. I guess with an asterisk.
Carmichael, terrible.
I've been very sick, and I apologize.
Hey, little Thanos, Happy New Year.
Because this last week has been a shitty one for me. Just being very honest, you can hear it in my voice. My head is congested.
As you can hear, I sound exactly the
very
same.
Stressful recently, and it just led to me getting sick and a really bad cold that lasted so far a week and is still lingering, even though I'm basically just having the leftover symptoms. And I do feel energetic again, which is good. I know that I'm not 100%. And this in particular,
You sound exactly the
this
same.
podcast today was supposed to be held a week ago. It was supposed to be my Christmas Eve podcast as part of a full 3 straight days of kind of Christmas holiday themed stuff. As you can see, we have all the holiday decorations still up in the office, but this is it for them. They're going down after tonight. Tomorrow, things will be back to normal. Cookie, the Christmas pooch, will go away for the year.
Aww.
And we'll probably see him next year.
No, because you lose them, won't be able to find them again.
Basically back to a new year of content for all of you. But it sucks because there was a whole week that I had planned of streams and everything that I was so sick I was not able to stream. And again, I got to apologize for that. And, you know, this podcast is going to cover a lot of topics. First, I want to talk about my whole Christmas experience this month of December 2018, what I did to celebrate the holiday, what I actually did on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, presents I received, and stuff like that. Okay, so basically what I want to do is have a big Christmas segment where I talk about my experience of Christmas, and then I want to go to the stream chat. We've got a big group of people in stream chat raring to go, start waiting to interact with me today.
Tip
okay?
you $1 million.
This podcast. Actually, I just saw Muxie is up in the upper left. I'm going to change those notifications to the bottom left. So that they don't. You know,
oh, we covered that last time, Brock Allen. But yeah, that's hilarious at how much he hates Jack Black already.
All about Christmas, my Christmas experience, and then interacting with those in stream chat to find out about theirs. Okay. Then the next segment is going to be about.
Infinity. Oh, he totally loves his movies, dude. He just hates
right?
him.
But I finally got to see Avengers: Infinity War last night. People have asked me about this all year long. It's not going to be a long segment, but I just want to give my opinions about the movie
and how much you hated it.
And
how was it stuck on?
I have a couple kind of burning questions that I want to at least air publicly about this movie. That
I have so many wires and cords going on here. What the hell am I stuck on now?
Then there's going to be a big segment about the 2018 recap. What I want to do is talk about last year. How this year went, both personally and professionally for me. Personally, you guys don't hear a lot. Because one of the major changes I made in 2018 was to actively separate my personal life from my public persona as a live streamer and content creator.
Except we still know everything about you.
Last year reached an all-time low when so much personal shit just erupted into negativity and shit all over the internet that I couldn't take it anymore, okay? I said, the more I keep private, the better. And boy, let me tell you, did that work as a philosophy 100% this year. Kat and I have had such a good time together this year that I am so pleased that I chose to do what I did, okay? But I'm going to talk about that, let you know how we're doing and all kinds of stuff like that. Then,
piece of shit.
I want to do a segment about professionally how things went in 2018. How did the streams change and improve? How did
they
YouTube
didn't
go? What about Patreon? What about Teespring? Things that almost I never talk about that often. I want to kind of give you guys a cumulative update.
So you talk about them every single pre-stream.
And let you know professionally how things are going. Okay. Then what I want to talk about in the final segment of the show is 2019. Okay. And what I mean by that is in 2019, there's going to be some things going on. All right. That
you being a bitch
are going to be interesting. Number one, I'm going to go through a big segment where I'm talking about all the game releases for 2019. And
you can see on the right or left, whatever it is on the screen. I'd love to pay my bills this month so I keep the power on.
And some other personal stuff that may be happening in 2019 as well.
His chat didn't like it, apparently.
All of that, I mean,
but he banned him immediately.
If I'm feeling up to it, okay, I may do an open Q&A segment with the stream chat and just open it up for a while. But as you can hear, I'm still suffering from my cold. So I'm
still suffering. You sound exactly the same, asshole.
Lozenges if I need them. Like, I have everything here to try to aid myself to talk as long as I can.
Hate yourself?
No guarantees when you're sick. You know what I mean? So we're going to see what happens. All right, we're going to see what happens and play it by ear and go from there. A couple of shout-outs over here. First of all, BattleDuck9000 did the top tip of the day at $5.99. It says, other streamers also get attacked by trolls, but they either have time or money. They can afford to throw at the problem to counter it. Something you can't afford to do in your current situation. P.S. Happy New Year. Maybe better than 2018. I mean, yeah, I have no time or money to throw at anything. Let's be honest here.
Well, it's not just that, Jacob, but he also goes, oh no, there's something wrong with the stream chat. Ban. Okay, I fixed it. But there was nothing wrong with just someone being critical of you or sadly telling the truth.
One other time this year where I took
not allowed to do that.
That was it. In all of 2018, I took like one segment of a few days off, and that was it. Every day I'm here streaming for you guys, you know? And not to say that I don't enjoy it, I do, but it takes its toll, and I'm a one-man show. I always have been. I don't make enough money to hire people to tackle trolling and do, you know what I mean? I can't hire moderators. I can't hire people to do this.
You have moderators.
So it is what it is. But, you know, thank you for your support, Battle Duck. I do my best, and I hope that you guys at least enjoy what I do put out there, okay? The Pwn Cake Cheer, he says, we talk about what you've done with Cat Fun Tales and all for Christmas and everything. Yeah, I already said that's going to be part of this Christmas segment. And Scatman cheered and said, is it Ricola? No, it is not. These are Hall's Breezers. These are lozenges that help your throat, but they don't have any medicine in them. Because the ones with medicine, if you have more than like 2 in an hour, you get sick to your stomach. So
no, you don't.
Generic ones that you could just have all the time. And it's kind of like a tasty hard candy for someone who needs to talk a lot, okay?
I actually have any left.
So,
I had one left.
Let's start the show with a discussion about Christmas, because this show was supposed to be a Christmas Eve special, all right? But because now it's a New Year's Eve special.
Just the
and by the way, I
worst.
guess I should say Happy New Year to anyone who already is the New Year. For some people, it is. If it's not, well, Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully, you'll all be enjoying a nice celebration of New Year's today. Some people have already asked me, how am I celebrating New Year's? I'm not really. Kat is working tonight, so when she comes home from work, we'll probably maybe have a drink together, watch some stuff together, and just relax. We don't have anything special planned because we didn't have the night off or whatever. We could go do anything. You know what I mean? But that's life. And it's fine. At least we got to spend Christmas Eve.
Oh, I'm sure you
together,
will.
which I'm about to actually explain in this first segment.
That's why I'm watching it.
Segment, okay. So
all that he's wearing his 10-year shirt.
All right. I love the Christmas season. I absolutely love this time of year because everything gets festive and jolly. I get to decorate. I get to watch tons of Christmas movies and Christmas specials, and I just love it. I just love the vibe this year. Some people hate it because, like, man, the holidays, you get inundated with Christmas music, you get inundated with it, and it's shoved down your throat, and I hate it. And I'll be honest, when I was younger and a lot more cynical of a person, I kind of hated it too. But as I got older, I started to love it.
You hate it even... No, the only reason you like it is because people usually give you more money.
So, what did I do to celebrate Christmas this year? First of all, I decorated the house, okay? And basically, what did we do? We put up some nice things. Most of the stuff we decorated the house with is all old stuff that I had from previous years because I don't have a lot of money, you know? So
I don't have money. Give me money.
Is all from previous years. I didn't buy a single new light. Not a single new decoration. In fact, the only new addition that we had this year was Cookie the Christmas Pooch here, who ended up being, I think he was like 40, no, he was like 60% off. So it was like, I think it was like $6 at, you know, one of these local stores to add to this. Everything else is old. And, you know, a lot of the things like nice icicle lights that go down our banister in the hallway. We had those from previous years. Christmas tree this year.
I swear I didn't spend money, guys. Except that he totally spent money.
It's a silver and gold motif we did this year. If you didn't see it, I put a picture of it on my Instagram about a month ago when we did it right after Thanksgiving. First time ever I've done a pure silver and gold motif for a Christmas tree. I've never done that before. And that was really neat. So it's a mixture of gold and silver ornaments all on that tree, which is really nice. A few other things like these lights that my parents had bought me years ago. There's these
Kent knows what he gave Cat because it was
lights
super
that you can put,
fucking
like,
expensive. You know that.
And they have this color changing light on the inside. Those are out. And a few other things like little birds and
Oh,
stuff.
Smiley been following on Twitter.
Globes that I had from previous years. Put them out around the house, which is really nice. And
ooh, friends want to play zombies when they get home. All right, awesome.
New things I bought, but these candles that
I was like, they're gonna have an early day at work. Awesome.
I don't burn that often. I usually only burn them around holiday time anyway. So I've been burning different like holiday homecoming and one that smells like a fir tree to make the house smell like a holiday kind of a theme, which is really nice.
And then he burns the house down from all that dust.
One thing that we did, obviously, we don't have money to go out and spend on like getting. Oh, let's get Christmas place settings. You know, ridiculous. Like, it's funny. You go to like a store like Pier 1 Imports, and you go in there. It's like, look at this amazing, you know, plates and stuff for Christmas, and they cost like $100. Like, Jesus Christ, who can afford this stuff?
Then go to Kroger's,
Costco, and for like
or Myers, or Walmart.
Those paper plates that we ate on all month, you know, stuff like there's little simple stuff like that that we did over the course of the month.
Like that. I went to one of the most expensive stores in the area, and they were charging $100 for something. Then don't go to the most expensive place.
App that she has installed on her phone, but she installed it on our TV, and we started listening to Pandora music, and Pandora has Christmas stations on it. So all this month we would listen to nice Christmas music in the house and stuff like that. When we're driving around on our day off once a week, we would listen to some Christmas music.
There you go.
Like that.
Walmart, $18.
We completely forgot this year
Thank you, Carmichael.
to put out any kind of outdoor decorations. Last year we had not only these nice big light up candy canes, but we had a Christmas pooch that was on our lawn. We completely forgot. We were so stressed and just overworked because she was working tons of hours for the holidays. You guys know how much I was working. We completely forgot about it.
You weren't working at all.
Our neighbors started putting up Christmas lights, and we were like, did we forget something? Like, oh, shit. But the thing is, where I live, there's a rule. You cannot have Christmas decorations out past the first of the year. It's considered past the holiday season, and you're required by our rules that we have to live here, you have to take it down. So by the time we realized, oh, shit, we forgot to put the stuff outside, it was too late. Like, what's the point? It's only like 2 weeks left, so what's the point, right?
Only 2 weeks left? Really?
So, ended up not doing that kind of stuff. Now, some things that I think that are Christmas traditions for me.
I had the same, like, 3 plastic plates that I use.
It is an Italian nougat candy that is traditional for the holidays. And when I used to be in Connecticut with my parents, when I was growing up, it was a thing we did every single year where my mom would get a big box of Tironi, and we'd eat it all month. Now, there's different kinds, there's different flavors. There's vanilla, orange, and lemon. I've seen other flavors, like I've seen chocolate.
Oh, perfect. Take a sip, counter
I've only
one.
had those 3 flavors before. And so I ordered a box of this, from Amazon way early, like it was like late November. And Kat had it for the first time and liked it a lot.
Yeah, hitting that mute button in time.
Wow, I haven't had
Woohoo!
this in like a few years. I loved it. I was like, man, this is so good. And I had some of those over the course of the month. What is it? It's nougat, chewy nougat with almonds inside, and then 2 crispy wafers on the outside. So it's pretty unique. It's not like any candy you would see normally in a store. It's an Italian delicacy, not expensive by at all. And it was pretty something. One of the cool things that I did this month. And also, panettone, which is Italian sweetbread. That also is a holiday tradition. Got a loaf of that off Amazon that was really cheap. It was like cheaper than anything I saw in any store. What it is a big rounded loaf of bread that stands up like this. It's kind of weird. It doesn't look like a normal loaf of bread. And inside of it, there's
yeah, there's a good place for it.
Pieces of citrus like orange. So I had a panettone. I had a few pieces. I didn't get to finish it. The problem with panettone, once you
exactly right, guitars. Fuck it for another
year. So like a piece a day, and within like 4 days, it was going bad.
We're gonna do phlegm counter. I don't have enough keys on my keyboard for that.
Outside of that, not too much. Not too much at all. I'm trying to think of anything else we did around the house. Not really. I think once or twice during the month.
Yeah, guys, it was
like
cheap. I swear.
Peppermint mocha frappuccino, because that's the thing we have during the holiday season. And not that we're coffee fanatics or whatever, but it was something nice to do. But outside of that, that was about it. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much what we did during the course of the month. Now, Christmas Eve. My plans for Christmas Eve was that I was supposed to do a Christmas Eve podcast, which is this podcast I'm doing right now, and was hoping that
but
it
you're
would be
basically
kind of a big celebratory event where I'd be able to raise a lot of funds to help me with my bills in January, and kind of a big year-end push for positivity and everything. And then when that was done, because Kat also had to work on Christmas Eve, but she was getting out early. So the plan was we were going to go to maybe a nicer, like Asian-style or Chinese-style restaurant on Christmas Eve and go out to a nice dinner together, because we knew we were going to want to cook on Christmas Day. We didn't want to cook back-to-back. So we were going to do that, but what ended up happening was I was so sick. Like, I woke up that day.
I was so sick.
And
common cold.
I was
Remember,
so
guys,
sick.
it was just a common cold.
I was just like, my throat had swollen to the point where I could barely, like, breathe. I was looking in the mirror, and it was completely
common cold, though.
Inflamed, bright red. Oh, it looked disgusting. And I couldn't, if I swallowed, it felt like someone was stabbing me. It was just really bad. Like, there's no way I can even talk today. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? How am I going to do a podcast? There was no way I could do a podcast. So, I ended up basically saying I can't do this. And slept in. Kat was working. And when she came home, she was like, oh my God, you look horrible. And I was like, I know, but, we made these plans. So all we did, we found a place that was local that was a lot, basically like fast food, Chinese. And we just did takeout quick. And then just came home and ate, because I was in no condition to eat out. I was so sick. And it was cheap, which was good. And it was nice, but at the same time, it was nothing like what
Give him money, of course.
Do. All month, we were like looking forward to this.
Yeah, you should have got some spicy soup.
And then it kind of got screwed over because of my illness.
As I had Chinese for Christmas. Lady friend ordered it. I went over. We watched some Twilight Zone. Watched some Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
We ended up watching.
When we weren't busy. Take a sip.
What the hell did we watch?
I almost forgot it. Take a sip.
Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. I swear we watched something that was Christmas on Christmas Eve night, and now I can't remember what the hell it was. Because during the course of the month, we watched a lot of Christmas stuff. We watched Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story, The Santa Claus, Jingle All the Way.
Guys, he was comatose. He was comatose. He couldn't pay his bills. He could barely sit up. Here's all the movies that we watched.
A lot of Christmas stuff we watched during the course of the month. Surprisingly enough, I watched a few things myself some nights when
Well, I don't like saying girlfriend, because girlfriend sounds like high school. I'm not in high school.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
She's a woman, not a girl. She's a lady.
And probably like 1 or 2 other things. But I didn't get to watch all the Christmas stuff that I usually do this year. So I actually watched less.
Damn it, now I just been craving more Chinese since like we had crab ragoon. That stuff was so good.
December. But we watched something. I was so out of it. I can't even tell you what we watched on Christmas Eve. That's how out of it I was. I was that sick. So then Christmas Day when I woke up, what sucked was we had a whole day planned. Like, I was going to wake up and make us a nice breakfast.
No, you weren't.
We were going to relax, watch Christmassy stuff during the day. Then we were going to do baking, holiday baking. And then later in the day, we had this meal plan that we wanted to make for Christmas. And we didn't know if I was going to be up to it because I was so sick. I ended up sleeping into like almost on Christmas Day because I was feeling
I had to post that on Twitter.
I woke up and I still felt terrible, but I was like, man, I'm going to try
Someone remake
So I asked her, I was like, do you still want to
Jingle All the Way, but with DSP and the Wolverine toy.
And I made us
shout out.
And we were going to do we were going to do either pancakes or
Prototype Samurai
maple syrup. And we're like, that would be some pretty dry stuff to have without any. We didn't have any fruit, no syrup, like nothing to have with it.
There we go.
So it definitely would have sucked. So we didn't do that. We just had eggs and bacon, basically. And then basically we just spent some time together during the day. We exchanged gifts. All right. What gifts did I get this year? Well, I got 2 nice gifts from Kat. The first gift I got was a new day-by-day planner, which I love these things. Every year I use one of these. You guys have no idea because you don't see my office, but I have one on my desk. Every single year that I've done YouTube, I've had one of these, okay?
But you couldn't afford a calendar, dude.
This year she got me Peanuts, which I love the Peanuts. I love Charlie Brown and the gang, and this is cool because I have a Peanut comic every day. Plus it has, you know, little like puzzles and stuff. So give me a day-to-day planner. I love these, you know, the tear off calendars. And she got me a new electric razor. Which,
electric razor
my
for
God,
what?
I needed a new electric razor. All right.
I was gonna
my old razor is over
shave
5
that
years
shit
old.
off your
I got
face.
it right before I moved here, so I got it when I was still in Connecticut. And it's a really good razor, don't get me wrong. I love it. It shaves me really nice. But it's a rechargeable razor. The battery lasts 5 minutes. So, I'm not even kidding. When I shave, here's what I was doing. Shave half my face, razor dies, put it into the charger, get into the shower, take a shower with a half-shaven face, okay? Get out of the shower, shave the other half of my face, battery dies.
Well, then use a regular
put it back
razor.
to the charger, dry my body off, get dressed, then use it to trim my beard. So it was like such an ordeal to even fucking shave at this point, because my razor was so overused. You know, an electric rechargeable razor on average is meant to be used like 2 to 3 years tops, and I used mine for over 5. So it was.
You had to use it for over 5.
So she
probably because Panda Lee got it for you.
That's really nice. I used to have a bra.
Hey, Arizona.
And it actually, surprisingly enough, over 10 years later, uses the same cleaning cartridges as they used to like 10 years ago, which is really bizarre, but they do. I've only had a chance to use it once so far, and because
and
it
you still look like
Christmas,
shit.
Which sucked. She ordered it like a week and a half before Christmas. The fucking thing didn't show up until like 2 days after Christmas. That's with the Christmas shipping problems and everything. It took forever to get here. But I shaved it once. It was really good, smooth shave, and did no irritation on my neck, and lasted.
But you forgot the part where you took a 4-step rocket guitars up a stair.
That was on it. Shaved my beard so well. I accidentally shaved my beard too short. I was like, just thinking, oh, it's gonna take forever because the old razor was a piece of crap at this point, and it wouldn't shave my beard at all. So I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be. Oh my God! I looked. I was like, oh God, I took a chunk out of it. Shit. So I ended up having to shave it way shorter than I had.
Took a chunk out of it. You mean that bald spot on your chin?
So, that's what I got. What did Kat get?
Took a chunk out. I like that. Trying to explain away his bald spot.
I just don't
it took a chunk out, dude.
And if I told you anything about Christmas presents or whatever, probably would use it against. Let's make fun. Let's do this. So, fuck off, those negative people. It is what it is. I'm not going to tell you what you got for Christmas. You got some nice stuff, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want people fucking around and being dickheads, okay? Just being honest. So, there you go. So anyway. So, Christmas Day, we exchanged gifts, you know, that. And then, we wanted to do some baking. So, we did these Christmas festive cupcakes that have little, like, red and green candy pieces in them. And we iced them with cream cheese icing. And we put nonpareils on top. You might say, what the fuck is a nonpareil? I never even heard the term until we got these. They weren't sprinkles. They're little candy balls that are crunchy when you eat them. I guess they're called nonpareils. And, you know, put those on top of the icing, which was kind of fun. But the fucking went everywhere. Then for dinner. So we had planned for dinner.
LeBron James.
Dinner kind of like what we did on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that money can't buy hair.
And we'd be able to eat
actually, you
2-3
can.
times
Pretty sure you
Thanksgiving
can.
dinner was amazing, and we ended up eating it like 2-3 times, and it was actually a money saver for us. Christmas dinner didn't go as planned. Reason being, number one, we tried a kind of ham. We wanted to have like a Christmas ham.
Nah, he's probably still paying her off under the
basically
table.
We wanted something you could roast in the oven and would come out and have like flavor to it. We just didn't want a salty ham. We wanted a ham that would maybe have some.
You didn't want to just taste the salt,
flavor where it has a taste or tang or even sweetness to it. And we went to the store, and by the time that we went shopping for Christmas, all they had was like the salty hams, or they had this one that said it was Black Forest ham. Now I know for a fact Black Forest ham has a coating on it that's made of caramel because I've bought Black Forest ham before. The ham itself is still salty, but it has.
So you waited until the last second, dumbass.
Okay? So we got this, you know, roast ham, not huge, but like probably about this big, a few pounds, to bake in the oven. And Kat got the ingredients to make homemade mashed potatoes, and we got like just stovetop stuffing, you know, something quick for stuffing, stuff like that, and some corn, like a bag of corn to steam in the microwave and have some veggies with it too. So we start making this dinner and realized that, like, because I'm sick, this was way more than we should have been doing, and it was hard to time everything to get everything ready. So like the mashed potatoes, we tried to rush, and then didn't cook the potatoes long enough. So here I am, trying to pound these potatoes with a meat tenderizer because I don't have a potato maker. So I'm pounding these hard potatoes with a meat tenderizer, trying to get them to break up so we can make mashed potatoes because we didn't cook them long enough. And in the meantime, you know, Kat's rushing to try to make everything quickly. We go to put the ham in the oven. The ham has no fucking instructions on it on how to do it. I'm like,
then Google it.
Anything at a grocery store before, any kind of a roast that's meant to be made in your oven that doesn't tell you how long to cook it or what temperature. So I just guessed. I said, I don't know,
Google it.
30 minutes. Let's see. So we put it in, take it out to 30 minutes. It's fucking cold. Put it in for another 20 minutes. Take it out. It's fucking cold. And it's like, oh my god, this is a disaster. Like, you know, how long are you gonna fucking wait?
Google it.
By the way, the ham was already pre-baked, pre-cooked. You just need to be warmed, and we couldn't fucking get the goddamn thing
Let's
warmed.
say it was a 22-pound ham.
So, you know, it was basically just a nightmare.
How long do you cook a 22-pound ham?
To make matters worse, when we finally go to eat the ham, it's salty as fuck. It's like pure salt. All you could taste was salt. You couldn't taste anything else. Caramel coating my ass, even though it did have a caramel coating, it tasted like nothing. I couldn't taste it at all. All we tasted was salt. So we were so disappointed because we did all this work, and after like 2 hours of cooking, we go to sit down. The stuffing was good.
Wow, it took me less than a minute to do that.
You know, it kind of sucked. If I had been feeling better, maybe it would have gone better. But because I wasn't
like seriously, all I had to do was say,
really,
hey,
it was kind of
get on my phone.
job, like a rush effort to get everything to go, and I wasn't
less than a minute to figure that out.
I would have liked, which sucks, but I guess that's it. It is what it is, right? So it is what it is, and you know, that was our Christmas. Then after that, later on, we did watch The Muppet Christmas Carol. Was the big one that Kat had wanted to watch it all month, and I told her, but I love The Muppet Christmas Carol. It's like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Christmas thing to watch. Let's watch that on Christmas. So we ended up watching The Muppet Christmas Carol on Christmas, and it was so funny.
It was so funny.
So the Muppet Christmas Carol ends, and Kat goes, all right, that's it, we're done with Christmas. I was like, huh? She's like, that's it. She's like, you have to understand, I hear Christmas music all day.
Takes it for.
Christmas, everywhere I go, when I'm driving to work, it's Christmas. Everything's fucking Christmas. Christmas is great. Christmas is over. Like, okay, Christmas is officially over. So, we watched the Christmas Carol, and that was the end of our Christmas. And since then, now we've been watching we've been watching, this new show. She found this show on Hulu that was from National Geographic. It's a show about like a pet hospital. We've been watching that. We've been watching Rugrats of all things, right? A cartoon from like everyone's youth, Rugrats. We've been watching that. It's funny to watch shows from your youth back as an adult, and you see all these adult references you didn't get when you were a kid. And we're watching like, wow, look at all these huge adult references. It makes sense why adults liked that show because it actually has all these parenting references and stuff in it. So yes, we've been watching that, and basically completely Christmased out. That's it. Christmas is over, right? Now we haven't taken down any of the decorations or anything. More than likely, in the next 1 to 2 weeks, we'll try to find time to take down all the Christmas decorations. But I don't
find time. You don't do anything.
So maybe we'll just leave it for a few more weeks or whatever. But that was our Christmas anyway. Then I basically laid around suffering for days. You guys remember?
Mind you, I'm only gonna be watching part 1 today because I got
I sounded absolutely
working all that.
I did it, even though I really wanted to tough it out and do it anyway. You know, people were like, Phil, you sound awful. Why are you streaming if you sound awful? I'm like,
I was thinking about doing part 2, but friends want to play zombies around 3 when they get home, so.
People tell me I sound awful. Why am I streaming? Okay.
You sound exactly the same.
I just didn't really feel up to doing anything until, you know, a day or two ago. When finally I said I'm just going to try and do my best.
I know, like, he already took down the decorations he had in his office.
That was kind of my Christmas.
Knowing him, he just balled up all the lights and then,
you know,
just like, man, threw him in the corner.
That was kind of my Christmas stuff going on this week, okay? So.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'll hopefully be.
A bunch of people cheered. I just want to give shout outs to Archangel, the Plum Cake, Daily Target.
Maybe when I get home tonight, I'll do part 2, and then tomorrow, when I have the chance to do part 3.
I don't want it to turn into a Q&A show at this point. But what I will ask is this, okay? How did you spend your Christmas? And I really would love to hear this. Like, what did you do? Was it anything interesting or fun? Who did you spend your Christmas with? Let's say this first of all, because I want to get feedback from.
Wait, was that another sip?
Chat, okay, Christmas Eve. What did you do on Christmas Eve?
Oh shit, it is.
Family and friends, or were you by yourself? Did you go out to eat, or
why did I go fuzzy?
At home? And what did you have to eat on Christmas Eve?
There we go.
If you're here, you know, right now live on stream, I'd love to hear your feedback. Christmas Eve, what did you do? Who were you with? And what did you eat? Let's see what people have to say here.
Should be clear again.
Nothing. I was working. I worked. Sounds like a common theme these days, doesn't it? I was at work. I had Polish food with my uncle's family, pierogies and kibasi. I love that stuff. That's something my mom used to make.
Because you're Polish, not Italian, jackass.
We had a traditional Scottish Christmas and got wrecked by 1 p.m. I was with my girlfriend's family. They're not as many, so we spent it with them since she lost her father a couple years back. That's sad. Sorry to hear that. Spent a Christmas in Cocaine Haze. I had goose, a Christmas goose. That's cool. I've never had goose ever, so I don't even know what goose tastes like. But you know, that's another traditional Christmas.
It's all right. It's not the best.
I barely remember, but I think I had chili cheese tater tots. So my Christmas
and at 3. All right. Well, this should be done by 3.
I did art commissions and then went to the Magic Kingdom. Well, that's a very unique Christmas. Christmas Eve was normal. I ate fast food. Christmas days when you're supposed to cook everything. I said I hung out because I was off of work.
You can do whatever you
So
want for Christmas. It's Christmas. Fuck you.
Weed. Oh my god. Went to the family. My father had a potluck, and I made a King's Ranch casserole. That sounds interesting. That sounds pretty good. I had a KFC date on Christmas Eve, as one does. Ah, that's another thing in Japan.
What did he...
On Christmas, it's a big thing to get KFC. So that's interesting. Some people got KFC.
This is from today. That picture I just put up.
So no one really.
What did he do to his beard? Did he go overzealous with the trimmers?
Goose. That's a good one, man.
I think he went a little overboard with the...
All right. So now let me ask you this: on Christmas Day, what did everyone get for Christmas this year? This will be
try them, Smooth. They're pretty good.
Be completely different. I got this calendar and an electric razor. What did you guys get for Christmas this year? This I want to hear. This will be interesting.
Good job, Ghostly Wins.
Lucifer sold to me $5 that I was stuck at work for some reason. I had more people yell at me on Christmas because they were busy more than.
It just looks so much lighter and thinner in that picture. Weird.
Here we go. Hold on.
Okay, that's gross to look at though, so we're gonna get rid of that because that's gross.
I got clothes, a mic, a microphone, a PS4 Pro, and a 65-inch 4K TV. Holy shit, that's a good haul. Chocolate clothing.
How about you sell that and then send me the money?
A Visa gift card, but I'm not sure what to do with it. Turkey, Brussels, stuffing, roast potatoes on Christmas Day, not Eve. Well, that's food. My parents bought me a pony. Yeah, right. A card and $50. I spent time with family on Christmas Eve and ate Chinese that day. After that, I played 3 new games I got for Christmas, which is Darksiders 3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Spider-Man. That's cool. Derek got an Amazon Echo. That's the... For those who
I
don't
love
know,
my Echo.
That's the standalone microphone and speaker that uses Amazon's Alexa to do voice commands. So if you have like an Amazon Fire Stick on your TV, you could tell that to, play A Christmas Story, and it'll find it somewhere and play the movie.
Hey, he tried to go T, but he kept the soap patch. It's weird.
You sync it too, which is kind of interesting. Items for my fish tank. But then the fish drowned on Christmas Day. Oh, come on now. That's ridiculous. Fish drowned? Okay. Yeah, I'll believe that.
Well, it used to be 25 cents, but
straight razor.
He wanted more money, so he said 50 cents instead.
Someone bought me deodorant. Loki saying I stink. Wow. Well, that's messed up. Popsicle says he got an official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time. That's cool.
That's from the Christmas Story, you idiot.
$10 Steam gift card, which is like 10 games for the winter sale. Kay says she got a ring for Christmas. Call Me Thick Daddy says I got the Braun 7 Series razor. Congrats. Insomnia Daddy Meat cheered. Says got me a PS4 Pro. Says I already have a 4K TV. Tupac for Life says Red Dead Redemption 2, $20 Dunkin' Donuts gift card, Levi's jeans, Abercrombie & Fitch button-down shirt. Not bad. Decent haul.
Give me money.
My friend gave me a keyring with Dr. Eggman, and he loved it. Wait, I gave my friend a keyring with Dr. Eggman, and he loved it. I read that completely backwards. There you go. Cool. All right. So that's nice. That's nice to hear.
That's really nice to hear, guys.
So,
but how many are you going to give me money?
Right? And it kind of sucks. I mean, honestly, for me...
Exactly. He needs that money to go to the casino.
Even though I was here and I spent all this time with Kat, I feel like I kind of wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks when you're that sick.
What is up with all
even though I spent a lot of time with her, I don't feel like I was present. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't right there.
You just can't just sit still.
Half the time. I was like that for almost the whole week. And that really sucks because I'd say it wasn't until this Friday that I finally kind of felt like myself and had a good day out with Kat. And that sucks. That really does suck. And even then, I couldn't sleep Friday night, and then Saturday I couldn't stream because I felt like shit again. So
because you didn't feel like streaming because you hate video games.
Says, was there a way to send you gifts like a PO box? No, I don't just accept people sending me random shit anymore. At one point I did when people were nice to me and they would send me nice things. Then people started sending me really nasty stuff, and I said that's enough of that. So no, I don't just accept random.
And you're
stuff.
too lazy to go down and actually
really
collect the shit.
So it is what it is. Christmas is over.
Exactly. He's super jelly.
Like I said.
Like, oh, you should be sending me that PS4 Pro and 65-inch 4K TV.
Apologies to everyone. One thing I do
My TV's only 50 inches. I need 65.
Because the bottom line is this. You guys know what I've been going through this year. All right. You've been here on every step of the way. You know what I'm going through financially and everything. And that right now I am in jeopardy of next year not being able to pay my taxes, losing this house, having to sell it basically to pay the taxes. And it's not a good time. It's not. And all of that really got to me during that holiday gaming marathon, when normally I was expecting people to come out and be festive and excited and contribute and be like, wow, this is a great event.
He's the
That's how
biggest
they were
man,
last
baby.
year, okay? And this year, people were basically telling me, wow, this event kind of sucks. The game's
Yeah, Carmichael, it's usually associated with autism. Woman I used to work with, her daughter had autism. She had the best shirt. There's a person, like a picture of a person rocking back and forth. Then on the back it said, autistic people rock. It's like, oh, that's fucked up.
If you start to feel negative, that's when you need to stop drinking. Just for warning.
He probably does downstairs, but dude, that's not in his office.
And you haven't drank many times in your life, or maybe you're looking forward to being of age to drink or whatever. If you're drinking and you start feeling like sad or depressed,
oh wait, there's another clip.
Because alcohol is a depressant. And
wait for it. We got something new clipped from
Roof Golf.
Oh, someone posted a cheer whatever with the name Roof Golf, and for some reason he just said it so weird.
Roof Golf.
Anyways, all right, back to the shit show. That is the Begathon.
And what it will do is accentuate that feeling. It will make it exponentially grow to the point where you will feel awful and worse and worse. And I'm glad that I stopped when I did, because if I kept drinking, I might have ended up feeling worse and worse and worse.
And the autism spectrum is so wide, a lot of people have without even realizing it.
Like super depressed and shit. That would have been a
Galf.
disaster. Okay,
right, Prototype. Prototype, your joke is blowing up on Twitter.
For me, that was a bad thing. And, you know,
I
was planning
2, 3, 4,
you know, this
5 people like your tweet about that, and a couple of them have already shared it. Yay.
What they got me was it was good, and then all of a sudden that happened, and it kind of dampened the whole thing. And I agree. And then, you know, oh, I'm going to come back strong this week and make up for it, and then I'm sick. You know? It just kind of compounds everything on top of everything, you know? It sucks.
Compounds on top of each other, man.
I want to apologize for how shitty that went. Apologies.
I'm so sick. Give me money.
Christmas Eve podcast right after. It's so, and now, like I said, I missed out on a whole week of work that I needed that money to pay bills this next coming week. I mean, the bills start coming due tomorrow, and I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, being very honest with all of you, it sucks for me. Like, it's a really bad situation. I guess I just got to do whatever I can, all right? But I'm going to talk about that. There's another segment to talk about that, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself here, okay?
I'm not going to say too much about that because I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it properly, but...
And then I'm going to take a break, so that way I can get my throat a rest.
I like how
all of us can take a little break
South Park pronounces it as
the restroom or whatever. What I want to do, a couple shout-outs here. Let's see.
Shout-outs?
Call Me Thick Daddy says, you still have tonight, New Year's, our Times Square is going to be pretty lit. Yeah, I don't live in Times Square, anywhere near it. And like I said, it has to work anyway, so there's not much I can do about that. Martin Murphy did a 100-bit cheer, thank you. And the Pone Cake cheered. He says, alcohol works differently for everyone else. You'd have a whole party of depressed people. I hope you feel better now. Yeah, and the thing is, liquor doesn't necessarily always make me, like, feel down at all. It's actually not really...
It usually helps me fall asleep, dude, every single night when I drink it.
It actually makes me feel relaxed. Like, it takes the stress out of me. It makes me actually feel, like, at ease. And I don't necessarily have to worry about these things that are constantly fucking in my head. They kind of makes that stress go away if I have a drink. But it was the opposite. I was already stressed during that Christmas event. And it just made the stress compounded and made me feel even worse.
Spider-Pig,
so
Spider-Pig, okay. Does whatever Spider-Pig does.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Christmas segment. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sharing your holiday stuff with me. Let's move on.
Hope you guys like my top 10,
one of the biggest movies
2 games of 2018.
All year, everyone asked me, did I see this movie? And the answer I kept telling everyone was no. I didn't see any movies. I don't think I went to the movies once.
I'm surprised his liver's still ticking.
See a movie. Everything was at home because I didn't have a lot of money this year, you know.
It is so good, isn't it, Mary?
And, you know, some people even offered, we'll pay you to go see it. And I was like, no, I got to work. That's the other thing. Like, time away from streaming.
He could have done it on one of his days off.
I need to make money. So, I never saw it. Finally, it was made available on demand on Netflix this week.
He could have seen it on one of his days off.
I read spoilers online on purpose because I didn't want people trying to come into my streams. And
I know it is so good, but I'm sad it's not making more money. It's only made like $213 million on a $90 million budget.
Okay.
It should be at $500 million at least by now, but it's not. Pissing me off.
I definitely have mixed feelings about it. Now, I'm going to say this. For those of you who didn't see the movie, I'm talking about the movie. There will be spoilers. Okay? So if you don't want to hear spoilers about this movie, go take a break. What I'm going to do is talk about Infinity War, then take a break on the stream, so you could just go away until I come back from break.
He's not even doing anything. He's just sitting there begging, and he has to take breaks. No wonder it's split into 3 parts. What a bitch.
Will be about Infinity War. You'll want to skip it. Okay? There will be spoilers. Spoiler alert.
He's an idiot. Oh, wait, that's not a
I'm giving enough
spoiler.
of a spoiler alert. All right. So, first thing, I really like the action sequences in this movie. They were very well choreographed and designed, although every single one of them was CGI. You guys know how I feel about CGI.
Really? You mean they didn't really have a giant green guy beat up a giant purple guy while a guy in an iron suit really flew around? It was all CGI? No.
I hate that shit. They couldn't superimpose a human, make it look realistic. No, it's CGI and it looks like shit. So I don't get about these movies, like really well written dialogue, intricate plot, great acting, and then the CGI sequence looks like shit. It pisses me off.
CGI didn't look like shit.
Yeah,
it doesn't start with the comics. He was supposed to be trying to bang death. Instead, he's just trying to wipe out half the universe to save resources. No, I want to see him try to bang death. I think I actually try to move away from that because that doesn't make sense.
I forget his name too. Oh god, I can't remember the guy who has the telekinetic powers. And really cool fight where they're using magic versus his powers, and they're throwing these objects around, and then zoom to the other side of town where Iron Man and Spider-Man are fighting, you know, the big roided dude. Really cool fight. And really well done, in my opinion. Is it Wang? It's Wong. I was off by one letter. It's Wong, not Wang. My bad.
He just loves Wang so much, he had to say it.
And Doctor Strange fighting, what's his face? I don't think anyone even knows their fucking names. I know they're part of the Black Order. Like, you know what? Hold on. I'll tell you their names right now. Want to know why? Because they're all in my mobile game. They're all characters in my mobile game, Marvel Future Fight, that's booting up right now. And no, I'm not paid for a plug. This is a mobile game I played for years. So I have them all. I can tell you their real names. Hold on.
Yeah, he should have just snapped his fingers, double amount of resources.
The guy's name was like Obsidian Cole or something like that.
See, there he is, playing all those fucking phone games, spending who knows how much fucking money on microtransactions.
So Corvus Glaive was the dude with the double spear. Cole Obsidian was the name of the big roided dude, basically. Yeah, Proxima Midnight was the chick. And then the telekinetic guy was Ebony Maw. Okay, there you go. So I thought the fights with them were
spending who knows how much on fucking microtransactions. Yes, that's where his money's going. We already know he spent hundreds, if not thousands, on Hearthstone and WWE Supercards.
Like, that fight was meant to emulate that fight where, oh, look, it's an army of enemies, and they're trying to break the defenses, and then they find a way to break the defenses, and then the heroes come out, and there's a big epic showdown, and look, they're competing to kill the enemies, much like how Gimli and Legolas were competing to kill the enemies. Now the heroes are competing to kill the enemies, and everything's going on there, and then all of a sudden, to the rescue, someone shows up at the last minute. In this case, it's Thor.
I definitely want a golden, shiny, twerking Deadpool.
You see, it was like almost the same sequence. It felt like I was watching the same sequence a second time, okay? But anyway, I did, in general, enjoy the action sequences of the movie. All right, I really enjoyed the dialogue. I enjoyed seeing all the Marvel characters from all these separate Marvel movies finally interacting together for once, which we hadn't seen. I thought it was odd that Ant-Man wasn't part of it, but I guess Ant-Man and the Wasp came out after this movie and explained why, what they were doing during it.
Because he's under house arrest.
So that's why they weren't part of it. But for me, the dialogue was great, but the plot of this movie was all over the fucking place. Like, what I really hate about certain superhero movies these days is that I'll suspend my disbelief to a certain point, but I won't think that someone is so fucking dumb that they'll just ruin everything. Like Star-Lord losing control when they have control of Thanos, and they could take the gauntlet off of him and maybe stop him. Oh, I can't control my human emotions. I'm so angsty. Let me ruin the whole thing for the entire universe. What the fuck? Like, seriously?
How dare he be upset that the woman that he loved was murdered by Thanos? How dare he be upset over that?
Save the day with his magic axe. It was so lame because in the actual Infinity War storyline, there's an ultimate weapon. It's called the Ultimate Nullifier. And it's actually this cool plotline behind the scenes where Doctor Doom and Kang the Conqueror, two big ominous villains in the Marvel Universe, are teaming up, which is unprecedented. They're two really big villains in the Marvel Universe, team up behind the scenes of everything going on in the Infinity War to find the Ultimate Nullifier so they can stop Thanos, but they find it too late, and Thanos already has all the gems. Or excuse me, not Thanos, Thanos isn't the villain of the Infinity War in the Marvel Comics, if you can believe it. But anyway, they finally get the Ultimate Nullifier, they shoot it at the guy who has the Infinity Gauntlet, and it doesn't work. So it's like a big build-up, and it doesn't actually do anything, okay? In this movie, Thor's goal is to get an axe. What? Why is this axe so powerful?
An axe that's more powerful than me. That's the whole fucking point of the weapon.
The Asgardians are pussies. Like, they got their asses whooped by Thanos and the Black Order, so obviously the Asgardians weren't actually powerful in comparison to any of these Infinity Gems. So why could they now make an axe that's more powerful than the Infinity Gems? It doesn't even make
almost
sense.
As if they had just had their home destroyed. They had just gotten done fighting
like
Helena. And
Thor
they
has a
just had their
chance
asses kicked. They're on the
to
run.
kill Thanos and just save everyone. And what does he do? He throws the axe and hits him in the chest. You are a god. You have probably killed thousands, if not millions, of like enemies in your life, and you don't understand to kill someone. You hit them in the face, the head, the brain. You hit him in the chest. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just bad writing. If that's the case, it should have just been he threw the axe and missed. Because what was the point? You know, and that's what pisses me off about it.
If he'd hit him in the head, he'd be dead. Therefore, there'd be no snap. There'd be no Infinity Gauntlet Part 2. There'd be no
questions that I have about the movie that were never answered during the course of watching the movie that pissed me off. First of all, why did Thanos wait until just now to attack and take all these stones? We've had 10 years of Marvel movies, right?
Okay. He sent Loki. He sent, what was his name? Guy that Drax beat up, or wanted to beat up. He sent other people to do it, and they all failed. When they all failed, what was it? At the end of one of the movies, he said, fine, I guess I gotta do it myself. After they failed. Again, that was the whole fucking point of the end credit scene of him grabbing the gauntlet going, these guys all screwed up, I guess I gotta do it myself. That was the whole fucking point of the end credit scene. Is that he's gotta do it himself. Moron.
We had, you know, situations where the stone...
Ronan, thank you.
...were completely unguarded and never had any defenses on them whatsoever, and could have easily been taken by Thanos and any of these Black Order people at any point during this time. Only today does Thanos decide, it's the day that I've decided it's time to go out and do this. Like, it's so...
Not true. He didn't know where the soul gem was. He didn't know that the Collector had one until very recently. Was the one on Earth. There's one on Earth that he didn't know was on Earth because the Asgardians hid it on Earth. Like, there were several... Like, he didn't know where, like, 3 or 4 of them were. Until, as we watched the Marvel movies, like, oh, this one's discovered. That one's discovered. Hell, he didn't know where the soul... I think it was the soul gem one until this very movie. Gee, why did you go for it earlier? Because he didn't know where they were.
Silly, because there's no actual, like, thing that caused him to do it. It would have been like, okay, Thanos finally found out where all the gems are, so now he's going... That's not even the case. He knew where some of them were before.
Or that too, yeah, waiting for the dwarves to make the gauntlet and all that. He had to wait for that too.
All in one movie. It just really doesn't make any sense. Like, he's like... It's just kind of silly. Now, some people say, well, he just got the gauntlet. So what? You could still get the fucking stones first. Just don't use them, right? Because they say you need the Infinity Gauntlet to harness the power of the stones or they're uncontrollable. So just keep them in a fucking box then, you know? That's what everyone else... The Tesseract was literally a box with a fucking Infinity Stone in it. The Time Gem was a little amulet with the fucking Infinity Gem in it. So it's not like you couldn't have a way to store them.
Yeah, he's not watched Doctor Strange. He's not watched Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. He's not watched
in the last 10
Thor
years,
Ragnarok.
He was a little busy, you know. He wanted to make sure that all his favorite TV series ended and shit before he actually had to get to business. So it's kind of silly. Okay. Another thing about these movies that I never get is the perfect timing of everything. That makes no sense. Everything just aligns perfectly for this to happen. So in the movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy just happened to decide to go to Titan, Thanos' homeworld, so that there can be an interaction. Excuse me, I skipped a part. The Guardians of the Galaxy just happened to decide to go to nowhere to meet the Collector because they think the Collector has one of the Infinity Stones. Thanos just happens to be there at the time that they are, so that he could just happen to kidnap Gamora.
Almost as if he leaked that information out to lure Gamora there so he could kidnap her. Almost like Thanos had a plan. Now, I think the issue here with DSP is DSP cannot see 5 minutes in the future. He only sees now. What? You're going to give me gifted subs, whatever? That's 12 grand 2 months from now. I need to know now. Right now I need money. Right now I have no money. I don't care that I'm getting 12 grand 2 months from now. I need money now. I think that's one of his issues with the movie is that Thanos has been planning, well, Marvel, has been planning for 10 freaking years. For a guy who can't plan 5 minutes ahead, someone planning 10 years, especially for someone like Thanos' lifeline is probably like, what, 500,000 years he can live on his own without being killed or whatever. So, oh, he waited 10 years. Why did he wait 10 years? Because 10 years is a drop in the bucket for him. His 10-year legacy, right? Yeah, I think that's his issue here, is that he can't plan 5 minutes ahead of him. So Thanos planning ahead going, all right, we'll leak out where the gem is to lure the Guardians here so I can kidnap Gamora.
Because, hint, hint, plot exposition, later on in the movie, there'll be a point where Thanos needs Gamora for something, and if he didn't have her, the whole plot couldn't advance.
Yeah, thousands.
Right?
Thank
And
you.
this is what gets me is like, I hate when there's just poor writing. Oh, there's this Infinity Stone you can only get if you sacrifice the one thing that you love, and just by complete chance, an hour earlier, Thanos ran into the one thing he loves. I hate that shit. Like,
Almost as if Thanos planned
what
it.
happened was Thanos went to the planet, runs into, spoiler, Red Skull. Red Skull says, you need to sacrifice that which you love. Okay, he has to go find the Guardians, fucks the Guardians up, kidnaps Gamora, goes back and gets the gem. Not, oh, by complete chance, I happen to stumble into them, and now everything comes together. I hate that shit.
Almost like he planned it that way. Is that another sip? It is another sip.
Oh, and another thing. So this is hilarious too.
Sip.
Apparently Thanos has an insanely huge army of people, right? So if he has an insanely huge army of minions, why the fuck didn't he send the army out to get the gems previously? If he has thousands of minions that he could have sent out over the years to grab all these gems, why the fuck did he wait until a gem was in Wakanda, and now he's going to send his army against the Wakandan defenses? You could have done it before, stupid. You know what I mean?
Almost as if.
And again,
He did send
really
minions.
feel
He sent
like
Loki.
Lord of the Rings, like, oh, in Lord of the Rings, they've been breeding orcs for generations so they could finally attack, Gondor.
He
and try to
sent
take over
Ronin.
humans. And it felt like, oh, he's been training his minions for generations to finally take over Wakanda. It felt like they copied it. It really did to me. Like, it felt like a copy and paste from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. And that kind of pissed me off. Oh, and now the one big thing for me that, honestly, if they go this route, this is really going to annoy me. It seems like they may have completely changed Thanos' motivations for everything he's doing. So, in the movie, it's explained that basically he used to be one of the head researchers, scientists on his world of Titan. And his world, just like Earth, was becoming overpopulated. The resources were becoming overextended to the point where there was no way that their planet was going to be able to sustain the amount of
yeah, he did send an army, and they lost.
And Thanos, as the
because of the Avengers,
told the people on his planet, the only way we can survive is to cull the population. Half of us need to die. So what we need to do is kill the weak half of the population to make it fair, and the survival of the fittest. The strongest survive, they keep the resources, and then we'll survive. But apparently his people didn't agree with him, and his
it wasn't survival of the fittest, it was literally,
because they overused all the resources.
Pluck,
there was a
you picked a red ball, you go over there.
Destroyed,
Pluck,
right?
you picked a blue ball, you go over there.
Okay, I get that.
Alright, everyone with the red ball dies.
Now all of a sudden, I've decided,
like that was his plan, was to
since my
wipe
people
out
didn't
half
listen
the
to me,
universe.
and our world got destroyed, I'm just gonna find these Infinity Gems and destroy the whole fucking universe. Like, what?
Not destroy the whole universe,
like,
half.
That's a terrible motivation. And to me,
yeah, he wanted to be completely random.
To do it is the motivation of Apocalypse. For those who are X-Men fans, Apocalypse was supposed to be an alien, okay, who's the origin of mutants on Earth. Apparently,
Apocalypse didn't want to wipe out the population. He's survival of the fittest. He was like, a survival of the fittest. Mutants are the fittest, therefore mutants should live.
Apocalypse was an alien who landed on Earth in Egypt, and they used his blood to put into other humans and made them the first mutants. And they became the chosen race, the ones who were going to be the inheritors of the Earth. And basically, Apocalypse's mentality was survival of the fittest. Only those who were the strong should survive. And he wanted to cull the humans and make it basically a planet of mutants. Okay.
Yes.
And it was kind of
he's still going to do KH3.
They turned Thanos into Apocalypse. It's the same exact reason.
They did turn Thanos into Apocalypse
in the X-Men comic books. And it's sad because that's not Thanos' motivation. Now, this is another spoiler. Even if you saw the movie, this is a new spoiler. All right. So I don't know if this is what they're going for, guys. And if they don't, I'll be very disappointed, because here's the true motivation of Thanos in Marvel Comics, okay?
He wants to bang death, which is weird.
Ultimate romance story. And basically what the point is, it doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how omnipotent you are, that emotional feelings can still take you over, and the power of love or desire can take you over and make you do irrational things. And that was always the point of the Thanos storyline, was this was a guy who had everything. He had the ultimate power, and what did he do? He tried to get a girl. So
yeah,
in the actual plot line of Marvel Comics, of all things, Thanos falls in love with death. He actually wants to court death. And there's actually a line, and I forget which movie it is. It might be Avengers, or it might be Guardians. In one of the post-movie scenes, early on, the first time we ever really saw Thanos in the Marvel movies, his assistant says to him, oh, it seems like to finally go after these humans or these Avengers is to court death. And it's kind of like a nudge to the Marvel Comics, motivations that Thanos used to have. So Thanos, the only way Thanos could get Death's attention would be to kill a ton of people. So he got the Infinity Gems to kill almost everyone to get Death's attention and say, look, I'm omnipotent, notice me. Because otherwise, with all the power and all the things and accomplishments he had done, he could never get Death to notice him. And he was saying, it doesn't make sense. Death is what is Death? In the Marvel Universe, Death is a woman called Lady Death. And
and she's in love with
entity,
Deadpool.
not just an ambiguous thing that happens to all living creatures, but it's actual thing that takes your life essence when you die. So he wants to court and basically be in a romantic relationship with Death, and getting the Infinity Stones is the only way he can get her attention, basically. Okay. Now a lot of you may say this is lame. This is just the original plot line. And it seemed to me like building up, especially with that reference I said, to the court death reference they had said as like a little nudge to Marvel fans during one of the movies.
Yes, it was a nudge. Marvel fans like, hey, here's a nudge.
Like, shit. I don't want to hear that he wants to kill half the population because he thinks resources are going to run out. That's so lame. That's Apocalypse. That's not Thanos. That's Apocalypse. That's a different plot line from a different Marvel comic. And I'm okay with that if it was Apocalypse in this movie. It's not. And that kind of pissed me off because I definitely wanted to see that plot.
Guess what? In the comics, Tony Stark isn't played by Robert Downey Jr. It's almost like it's a movie. Also, being live action, they had to change stuff, obviously, because there's only so much you can do with CGI within budget. And I get it. In the comics, it was because he was trying to bang death like a steel drum. That's why Deadpool, they changed it from Lady Death to his girlfriend. In Deadpool 2, like, his girlfriend... Alright, sorry guys, spoiler, but when she dies, she plays the part of Lady Death. Because I'm guessing they went, would it be weird that, yeah, he's in love with Vanessa, now he's trying to bang Death? Well, what if we use Vanessa in replacement of Lady Death? Yeah, we'll do that. Like, Vanessa played the part of Lady Death as a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, to the comics of him trying to bang Death. Instead, but again, in the movies, they made it Vanessa. In Marvel, it's like, yeah, that's a really weird motivation that's gonna turn people off. Like, why is Thanos doing all this? Oh, he wants to bang a girl. Like, what? As opposed to, yeah, he's gonna snap, wipe out half the population, thus saving everyone else. It's, damn it, there's, like, thought experiment. Thought experiment of, again, like, do you kill this person to save that person? Like, do you kill your wife to save your children? No, you save 3 of your kids, but you'll be killing your wife. Like, alright, well, do you kill half the population to save the other half? Or, you know, you're starving, you're in Donner's Pass, going, oh god, we're all gonna freeze to death and die if we don't get more food. Well, that person just died. Well, do we fucking eat him or not? Well, we need food. It's one of those times when it's like, yeah, it's fucked up and just horrible, but in the end, you save lives. Like, do you do it? Do you pull the switch to kill 5 random strangers, but save your loved one? Or do you pull the switch to kill your loved one, but save 5 random strangers? Thought experiment. Thank you. Glad I thought of that.
And it didn't happen. So far, anyway. Now, maybe it will. Maybe in the second half of Infinity War, which is Infinity War Endgame, Lady Death will show up. You got my attention. You know, that's what actually happens in the comics.
I don't care if you guys want to talk about me. What do I care?
Lady Death shows up and he does get Lady Death's attention, but basically she still won't be with him. And he's like, what the fuck?
Oh, and they did recon him, his backstory. That's hilarious.
Which is one of his daughters, ends up stealing the gauntlet. And she becomes omnipotent for a short period of time until the heroes find a way to defeat her and trick her to get the gauntlet off of her. And then they win, basically. So Nebula is still alive in the movies. Now, is she going to turn evil and end up getting the gauntlet by the end of this? I don't know. For me, I think they're going a completely original plotline. I don't think they're going to go by the comics at all. I think it was interesting that they kept Tony Stark alive. Like, according to Doctor Strange's plan, it was worth giving the time gem up in order to save Tony Stark.
Yes, he would wipe out half the population to save $1.
Doctor Strange saw Tony Stark must live. So obviously Tony Stark has some kind of major fucking influence on what's going to happen in this next movie. So, I don't know. So someone just made a really good point. They said, Thanos has gems. Oh, Cactus God says this. He says, Thanos now has gems that could do anything. He could just make unlimited resources, therefore you wouldn't have to kill anyone, so his motivations make no fucking sense. I agree, like, it's stupid. It really is stupid. Like, the movie makes no sense. When you really think about, why did Thanos decide to attack now? Why are the heroes also fucking stupid? Why is Thanos doing this? His motivation is terrible. You see what I mean? Like, it seems like they wanted to make it more dumbed down, and when they did, it just doesn't make sense anymore. And that sucks, because 10 years of culmination for these action scenes and interactions between the heroes, it was great, but the plot sucked. Like, I wish the plot was much better in execution.
The plot was great.
Far,
fuck you, you're an idiot.
So I'm hoping with Endgame, they flip it on its head and they fix it. But for now,
fix it as he snips his fingers.
Okay. All right, so a few shout outs here.
Oh, now he's going on. Hey, I'm done with you, dude. You're annoying me. We're done with you. Goodbye. Take sip counter 6. I think I may have missed one though. But yeah. The gauntlet broke, but as we've seen, the Time Stone can reverse anything. Scarlet Witch destroyed an Infinity Stone. Oh, reverse time. It's back. So you could just use the time zone, reverse time. Hey, look at that. Garland's back and working. Well, when he was asked what he's going to do when he's 45, he said, shut the fuck up, you're banned. There's a lot of characters right now I'm going to see in these movies, unfortunately. Oh, well. Well, to wield that kind of power, no wonder he got messed up in the head. But, yeah, my friends want to go play zombies in a couple minutes, so... Oh, that'll be part 1. Oh, maybe, possibly part 2 tonight. I'll do all 3 parts eventually, just depending on schedule. Oh man, I gotta get up early. I gotta get an oil change. I'm gonna go hang out with the lady friend. I might spend the night there. I don't know yet. Because she's actually off tomorrow, so that's awesome. She worked yesterday and she's working today at double pay. Which, hells yeah. Zombies, that's right. Run around and shoot zombies. Yeah, just... Oh, and he hit him in the chest. Like, oh, why didn't you hit him in the head? Because then the movie would be over. Just like, well, why didn't Black Panther just make what you call it? Vibranium outfits for everyone. Can you imagine Hulk in a vibranium outfit? Like, oh, I punched him. Well, the vibranium absorbs all impact. So you did 0 damage. So the Hulk could fight forever. Hey, just give everyone vibranium suits so no one can be hurt. There you go. Yeah, it's plot armor. Just like what Tony Stark has. Poor Peter Parker. They have done the Zombie Presidents comics lines, and at first they're gonna have Captain America fight him, but they thought that would look bad. Like in story, not Marvel, but like in the story of the comics, like, oh, we need Captain America to save us from the zombie presidents. Like, oh, this kind of looks bad. Hey, Deadpool, how much is it gonna cost for you to go out there and kill all the presidents? And like a couple of them, like Jimmy Carter goes out to like, I'm not dead yet. I'm not a zombie. Oh, hey, bipolar bear. Oh, you made it just for the end. Sorry. Nah, Doctor Strange said he saw one path that led to victory. I'm sure this is it. Yeah, Black Panther has all this technology and vibranium and stuff, but yeah, we're just gonna let these people die. Batman Beyond, they did have a movie. Return of the Joker. Great movie. Seen every episode in the movie. Awesome show. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Bipolar Bear. I hope you're having a great New Year's Day. And to everyone, thank you for showing up. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Unlike some people, I actually appreciate when you guys come out and watch. Pretty much. Like, I'm guessing the snap had to happen to get Captain Marvel called in, because then Captain Marvel's going to save the day. Good tidings to you and to all that you bring. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.